Hello and welcome to the Hight Today Show with Victor Martinez Jr. We're live over here at the Creek in the Cave Studios with Jason Vest. How you doing, sir?
What is going on, my guy, man? What's up?
Thanks for coming.
I appreciate this. I'm excited to be here.
Is it okay to call you Mr. Butthole?
You can call me whatever you want, as long as you don't. So, like my internet, I'm known as Poopy Turds McGee.
Okay, all right, that's what it was.
That's
Do you like that? Is that your?
No, you can call me Jason. That just it just took. I had a viral video take off under that. That was my Xbox Live gamer tag. And so when it took off as Poopy Turds McGee, I'm like, I guess I'm just Poopy Turds McGee now. No.
What do you play?
Call of Duty.
Yeah, I bet you're good at it.
No, I'm fucking horrible at it. I'm horrible. It's just like a stress release. I'm not good at it. I play with good people, but I'm not good.
You were saying earlier that like you were in the army. Does it like bring you back or something like that? Get you a little scared?
No. So when I was in Iraq, I was a medical specialist, and so like I dealt with weird shit. So I talk a lot about it in my content. I gave men STD tests in Iraq, man.
I just got a flashback to your Kill Tony set where you talked about this. Yeah,
it was a true story.
You were jerking people off.
Well, I wasn't like, this doctor was like, yo, you gotta like milk this dude to get a sample to the lab. And I'm like, you gotta milk this guy's dick? And he's like, yeah, you have to milk his dick a little bit. And so then I milked his dick and I got the sample to the lab. And the doctor in the afternoon was like, yo, how'd that procedure go? And I'm like, I milked his dick, I got the sample and I got it up there. And he was like, bro, I was fucking kidding about milking that guy's dick. I thought you had done this before. And I'm like, no, I've never done this before.
I mean, that's like a little thing that, to break the ice whenever you get hired at a new place. They tell you to go look for the fucking thing that doesn't exist in the closet.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. And that's the version of that.
That's that version of that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like they're telling you to test the shocks on a tank or something like that, except this guy told me I needed to milk a dick.
But I mean, all right, but that alone is bad enough. But like it was probably like someone who's injured or something.
It was a big black dude, and he came in and he just flopped it out, and I started like
an elephant trunk. And
he was like trying to make an excuse of why he was there, because I didn't give a hell. I didn't ask why he was there. He was like, "Yo, bitches in Germany," and I'm like, "Nah." And he didn't get this from a chick in Germany. This is Baghdad, motherfucker.
Oh, he had something.
He had something. He had come in and his I don't know what the chief complaint was, but he had to be tested because that was his complaint.
And you have gloves on.
I did.
And okay, that's fucked up. No, man, it could have splashed in your eye or something.
It could have. I wasn't wearing eye protection either.
He's got some random Afghan fucking clap, and you're over here having just for a fucking joke. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, it was like people like want to join the military. They don't think they're going to be in Iraq handling like big dicks, but that was me. That's what I did.
Yeah, army, like, oh, okay, all right.
I have PTSD, but it ain't from a roadside bomb, motherfucker. It's from big dicks.
So that translates. So you go from doing that. Were you doing any type of performance before you got into the army?
Karaoke at bowling alleys. I wasn't doing anything. I was young. I was 27 years old.
Why'd you get into it?
Why did I get into comedy, or why did I get in the military?
Yeah, military.
I was a loser and I wasn't doing real well, and I barely graduated high school, and I got I didn't want to be a failure. And so I was afraid that I couldn't handle college and I couldn't handle the real world. So I joined the military, and I thrived in it. I thrived in that degenerate culture because that's exactly what it is. It's not, it's a pretty wild life. And so I thrived in it, and I just never got out. I stayed in. So when I came home from Iraq, I had 10 years in, and I said, I'm just going to ride it out till retirement. And that's how I'm able to do what I do now and not have a job and just focus on my art.
And so you got out, you did like a bunch of tours, and then you were done. You decided, did you try anything else before getting into comedy?
No, I went right into this. I knew I wanted to do some form of comedy when I got out of the military.
Were you already like making your buddies laugh or something?
Mm-hmm. I was doing that. And I did a little bit of like musical stuff, like musical comedy. I used to write songs and stuff. And so I knew I wanted to do something like that. And so when the pandemic hit, I was working for the government. I had just gotten out of the military. I was working for the government. I was doing federal oversight for military recruiting programs, like a real boring job. And I started to do stand-up. And I'd go into open mics. and making content. And my content, at that time I had hair down to the middle of my back. I had long hair down in the middle of my back, and I was doing hair tutorials on the internet.
Do you not have hair anymore?
I mean, not like this, but it used to be down to the middle. I cut it because I look like Dog the Bounty Hunter and Joey Exotic had a baby.
Yeah.
Like I did.
What a visual.
That's what I look like, man. And I didn't like that look, so I recently cut my hair before moving down here. And so
I can't imagine.
That's what people where I'm from don't recognize me sometimes, because I was 100 pounds heavier about a year and a half ago too.
No shit.
Yeah.
What'd you do there?
What?
What'd you do? You start working
I almost
out?
died. And so I almost died a couple of years ago, about a year and a half ago, I almost died. I had diverticulitis and I got a bad infection, and I was in the hospital for like almost a month, and it was real bad, and I had to make some lifestyle changes. So I changed how I ate and exercise more.
You're eating like what, junk food?
Oh God, dude. I would order whole Crave cases from White Castle. I don't know if they have White Castle down here.
I've had that.
Okay.
They sell it frozen here, but
I would like binge eat, because I would get high at night and high off edibles, and I would just gorge myself. And I did that every day I got out of the military. So I got out of the military 160 pounds, and I had gotten almost 270 pounds, I think was the biggest I got.
That ain't nothing, man. Them are rookie numbers. That's one of my
But I'm
ass
5'3", man. I was an Oompa Loompa. I couldn't tie my damn
You're
shoes.
a tiny little guy. That's too much.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. But it was easier doing comedy when you're fat. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're fat, it's easier doing comedy.
It's easier to do comedy in a bad state, you know? If you're just treating yourself like shit, you know? If you're in a bad place, yeah, it's easy to do comedy. Fucking people don't want to hear from happy people who are doing well.
They don't want to hear. I mean, that's it. You talk about it now, and you're like, hey, I lost 100 pounds. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. They're like, go kill yourself. Go eat again.
Yeah, go get fat. Grow your hair out. We liked you better fat. In fact, I'll get that. On the internet, I get that a lot.
Yeah?
Every day I get a we liked you better fat.
You know what? Someone said that to me the other day. They were like, Victor, you'd be ugly if you were skinny. It's like, that's a fucking hell of a thing to say.
No, you'd be knocking them down if you were skinny with the face tats.
Oh, yeah. I'm already doing fine.
You'd look exotic.
I am. So, okay. All right. So you got out, and then you started getting into comedy, and then you got into content creating.
I did. I took a writing class, and some comedy store comics helped me out, and they were like, man, you should joke shop your ideas. And so I made one video about getting jerked off at the Asian massage parlor, and it got 4 million views.
Wow.
And it really connected with a lot of people. A lot of people be getting hand jobs, dude. It was my favorite thing to do in my early 20s. I lost my virginity at the Asian massage parlor.
Wow.
Mama-san was more of a mom than my mom.
You fell in love with her? You think?
I did. I was kind of weird. Like the first time I went to the Asian massage parlor at a young age, I would go so much. Mama-san told me to stop going.
She said to stop.
She was like, you find nice girl. You find nice girl. You no pay here no more.
No.
I tried that shit for about 2 weeks, and then I drained my ball sack and bank account in an other old Asian bitch, and I just found a new place.
Really?
And then I did that hard. Like I would go 3 times a week. I was dumping $300 a week in the Asian massage.
There's
parlor.
nothing like, you know, people make money. I see people. I'm like, how do you fund this addiction? It's amazing.
Well, I was a recruiter for the military, and I was having a bad day. I'd take my government car. I took the front license plate off of it so I could just back it into the Asian massage parlor undetected. And I'd use government gas to get there. It wasn't my gas. And then I would go get a little tuggy, and then I go back to work. And there was no stress, and you'd always leave. Have you ever been to the Asian massage parlor?
No.
You need to go. Yeah, you're fucking missing out,
I don't
bro.
even like back rubs, all right?
I don't know if the producer dude's been to the massage. He looks like the type. He never? Well, I'm saying you look like the type, man. You look like one of my boys. We used to go together to the Asian massage parlor, man. It don't matter. It don't matter if you were getting pussy on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing better than walking in, getting a little back rub. They put you in one of those, they put you in the table shower, and they just hose you off, and they wash you down, throw you in the sauna to warm you up, and then Mama-san gives you a little back rub.
Okay, but what's the secret word? Like, how do they know? Is it because you already have a hard on?
They know why you're fucking there.
They know.
You ain't there for the massage, motherfucker. I mean, None of those places look like a place you'd go get a massage. There's always some fucking abandoned building that just says Tokyo Massage on it or some shit.
Holy shit.
And so you go in and they put you on like they get you all showered up. Once they've cleaned you up, they just start giving you that back rub, and it's the shittiest back rub you've ever had. Like, this bitch don't know how to rub shoulders. All right, she's used to rubbing dicks. All right, like that's what she's used.
Fascinating.
And so they start to give you that little bit, and they start working their way down your body, and then they get your hips, right? And they'll start getting your hips a little bit, and then she'll just go, "Oh my God, damn, you're so big." That's what they say. They go,
This is
so
how
big.
they got Travolta.
You're so big. And you're like, "Oh, mama son." And then it's funny because like they'll give you a blowjob, and while they're putting the blowjob on, that bitch has got condoms stuck up in her cheeks like fucking chipmunks.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so when she puts the condom on via the blowjob, because if you want bareback, you got to pay extra, and they got to get to know you a little bit.
They gotta get to know you.
Yeah, they got to get to know you. You ain't just going in there getting bareback off the rip unless you got some fucking cheddar.
Mm-hmm.
It's a negotiation process. And I was a recruiter, so I was already good at like negotiate. It was easier because it was about my dick.
Getting people into the military.
If you can sell people on war, you can talk Mama San down $200 to $150 to get bareback. You can do it.
And that's what you want.
You can be... I mean, maybe you don't. I mean, my first bareback experience did not happen. It took me a while. Let's just say that.
You gotta, like you said, you gotta get to know them.
I gotta get to know. Yeah, gotta get to know her.
Hey, man. Okay. And that was a video that went viral.
That went viral because like it's ingrained in military culture. If you haven't paid for $150 hand job from a woman that looked like Mr. Miyagi, you're not a fucking veteran, bro. Like, it's just everybody's done that because it ain't hot ass Asian pussy. It ain't like the hot, like you see like an old war vet with like an Asian lady tattoo. No. It's some saggy, tittied, wrinkly, old ass Asian woman giving you a hand job. She ain't an underwear model Asian. No.
Man, so you go on stage and talk about this, or you write about this?
Sometimes I do. I've talked about sometimes when I got like kicked out of a winery.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got hired to do this gig and I was not told it was clean. And I went up in front of 300 people and I started talking about Mama San jerking me off.
Mm-hmm.
And it went well. Everybody loved it. But the lady, the owner of the winery, was like on tears. And she was like, "You are the most disgusting human being. I never want you here again." And it was so confusing because I'd only had like a year in comedy. And I'd done this shit like a year. And all these dudes were coming up, "Bro, that was great." But this winery owner was not having it. And she was like, "That was not great."
No, it sounds great. But.
And I'm like, "Did I bomb?" And they're like, "No, you did not bomb."
You just upset somebody.
And it's the owner.
Yeah.
And they no longer do comedy at that winery because of that night. But I also sang a song because I used to sing songs in my act. I don't do it anymore. I want to kind of get back to it.
Like guitar?
Yeah. And I sang a song and the lyric was, "Butt stuff is fun stuff. Please butt stuff my hole."
That sounds great.
Right?
Yeah.
Butt stuff is fun stuff. Please butt stuff my soul.
Is that online somewhere?
No.
Oh.
No.
There should be a music video, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was, and the lady was just disgusted, but it ripped. It killed.
She's just not your audience.
No.
Okay, so you're doing that, and so, but the online stuff keeps catching on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I started comedy in Detroit, and then I moved to Chicago. And so that's kind of what happened. That actually was why I moved to Chicago after that. And I started working, started working with Laugh Factory, and I got on some Laugh Factory shows, and I just wanted to be around better comedians because not saying the Detroit scene's bad, but I was only doing like the inner city of Detroit. So I never performed for white people until I moved to Chicago.
Wow.
I only performed in the black rooms for the most part in Detroit. Like that was where I started. That's the only place people that would book me. Because I look crazy, 300 pounds, long curly hair.
Right.
And black women went crazy for my hair.
They like that.
It was gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
I had great curls.
All right. And so, all right. And then you go, but you already talked about butthole stuff. even before you got into the contest.
Oh, I talked about getting finger up my ass. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I don't hate a finger in the ass, but I don't. It's like if it happens, it happens.
It's a no-go for me.
Have you ever had it done?
I do it to myself when I got to clean up, and I got wipes, and those are good wipes. And it's like, you know, sometimes you got to get some shit out of there. But that's just me. Okay. And so now let's fast forward to you. You host butthole contests.
Yeah. So the second the second round of viral videos I made, I saw a flyer about the prettiest butthole in Michigan competition. Military guys I served with sent me this flyer. They're like, yo, this is hilarious. So I made a TikTok that said you should hire me to host. And that TikTok got 11 million views overnight. Like I went to bed, it had no views, woke up, had 11 million views. It had thousands of comments. And then the next day, Deja Vu Showgirls called and they said, do you want to be the host of the prettiest butthole in Michigan competition and make content?
Had you ever hosted anything?
What? I was hosting comedy shows, but not a butthole contest.
Any kind of contest at all?
Nothing. No, nothing. I'd never. And I'm like, wow, this has probably helped my social media out a little bit, you know, and buttholes are funny, you know. I don't know. I'll do it. And I committed to it. But guys, it was on my wife's birthday.
You like that?
No. See, I've got this support.
Are you still married?
I'm still married. I got this supportive wife, right? She supports me on everything I do. So even the comedy thing, when I'm like, I want to quit my job and do comedy, she's like, I don't know. Okay, we'll figure it out. And then I had to go back a year after that and be like, hey, I booked a gig on your birthday. And she's like, comedy's comedy. I understand. I got you. And I'm like, well, it ain't a comedy show. And I'm going to need you to take pictures. Because she's a photographer. And she's like, okay, well, what is it? I go, it's a butthole contest at a strip club in Lansing, Michigan. And I'm only getting paid $60. No hotel. And she agreed to it. And then she actually ended up being the guest judge at the 2023 Prettiest Butthole in Michigan competition. So my wife.
You've seen some bad buttholes.
Oh, God, there was some nasty shit there. There was a man that showed up with a gas grill, a pit bull, and a butt plug. And he had to get somebody watch his pit bull while he went inside to compete for the competition. He went by the stage name Pork Chop.
His name was Pork Chop?
Mm-hmm. He had a butt plug in the whole time and it fell out.
He was loose.
Yeah. It just plopped right out and rolled right off the stage. And then some dude picked it up barehanded.
And you had to see his butthole.
I did. I saw all the buttholes. I mean, I saw some nasty shit. And I talked about it before to other people. I told other people the smelliest thing of that butthole contest was this bitch's pussy. It was not a butthole. This lady spread her legs open and man, it was.
We got to put a warning on this thing before we put it out or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right.
Nasty. It was so gross. And everyone's like, what the hell is that smell? Because it was not a butthole. We've been smelling buttholes all night. It was so nasty.
The smell.
$60, huh?
Think about that.
Mm-hmm. $60.
But you do it for the love of the game.
600 people came to the Prettiest Butthole in Michigan competition.
And it helped with your views and stuff?
From 7 different states. People flew in from Canada. Like
Right.
deep in Canada, not like Windsor, Canada, close to Michigan. Like people came from Saskatchewan.
And so who won the prettiest one? It's like a little pink tight one or something?
No, this bigger girl from Nebraska. Her name's Anna. She had a tattooed butthole. It was tattooed. It looked like the Kraken.
Oh.
It looked like the Kraken, and it was just like, I don't know. It was a thing of beauty. But she won, and she won the first place. And the second place winner was this big juggalo. His name was Butthole Brandon, and his butthole was glittered. His wife glittered the butthole in the parking lot.
That's second place.
The second place, yeah. And then the third place winner was a kid with cerebral palsy that told everyone it was his Make-A-Wish. He told everyone it was his Make-A-Wish, and he's like, hey, fuck Disneyland.
That's kind of cool.
And now that guy's doing stand-up comedy now, and he's doing well. Changed his life.
Amazing.
changed that young man's life. The only thing I felt bad is that he had cerebral palsy, so we could only open up with one hand. And I wish that Deja Vu would have gave him a stunt hand so we can open up the other cheek, and he probably would have won.
The first place. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have won.
And so what do they win?
What? $500.
First place.
First place wins $500. Second place, I think, $250, and then the first place $100. And then they get money thrown at them too. So the top earner was Ronnie, the third place dude, the cerebral palsy dude. He went by the stage name Guatemalan Dream. And
It's a good name. It's a good name.
It is. And he got like $300 in cash. So they threw down $300 for him. I mean, people were just throwing down money. Pork Chop brought in, he was a top earner. And then there was some dude that didn't place, and he was dressed like a cowboy. And he had a lot of money going in.
And this is inside of a strip club.
It was packed. There was no seats. People were sitting on the floor, on people's shoulders. There was a line wrapped around the building because they did pre-sale, and then once that, they killed the pre-sale, and then it was just first come, first serve. And so, like this year, we honestly don't know how we're going to do ticketing because we expect to be a record turnout.
Where's that going to be at?
Lansing, Michigan, June 1st.
Coming up.
The 2024 Prettiest Butthole in Michigan competition. Yes, June 1st at Deja Vu Showgirls in Lansing.
And this has been building every year since then.
Since last year. And they've been doing it for a while in their company, but nobody's ever promoted it through social media. And so that was kind of like one of the things I learned is how to stay on social media. I've been kicked off TikTok 3 times, man. 3 times. First time was making fun of Jessica Simpson's feet.
What'd you say?
I like feet, first off. I like women's feet, and I zoom in on her feet, and she's new.
She's got bad feet.
Liz, first off, she owns a damn shoe line, and she shouldn't be showing her feet.
You got
right?
ugly toes?
Yeah, nasty. Her toes are crooked. They look like they lost a damn game of Tetris, man. It's fucking bad.
It sounds cute. I'd like to.
No.
I mean, you never know.
No. And I got kicked off of TikTok for making fun of Jessica Simpson's feet. And then I created another one. Got kicked off of TikTok for talking about buttholes. And then the third one was some really gross video. I won't even say on here.
You won't even say it.
Nah,
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I got you, man. I know the edge.
Yeah. All right.
I know the edge on all platforms.
Oh.
But that actually made it now. So we're kind of like in demand a little bit. So I do a couple things with the adult world now because I know how to stay on the internet. I know how to not get kicked off now. So that was like a whole separate skill that there's not a lot of people that can make adult content that know how to ride the lightning like that and not get hit by the content police.
Yeah, I'm scared. I can't do too much advertising for these weed shows.
Right. Yeah. So, it's not easy to do. You got to get creative about it. And there's a way to do it. It's just, you have to sit there and think. And that's kind of like with the butthole contest is I like solving a problem. And the problem is get the message out. But how do you get the message out about buttholes that's going to be content friendly to stay on the internet and get millions of views? And so, yeah, we figured it out. We cracked the code. We know how to do it.
That's amazing. That's like trial and error shit. I mean, you have to go the hard way for that.
Content isn't comedy. And that's the thing. And people like content and comedy are 2 totally different things, but they can be the same thing. But it's just like with content, your hardest line goes at the beginning. It doesn't go at the end. You need to hook them in quick. And then comedy, your hardest line, your punchline at the end. And so that's what the confusing part about content is. What's the hook that you're going to write to get millions of views?
Fucking A, man.
It's a lot to it.
Yeah, I should be taking notes. I'll be watching this again later. It's good stuff. So, all right. And so now that's where you're at now. That's what you're doing now. You're going to continue this course going forward.
I do. Yeah, I like it. I hosted the Prettiest Pussy in Ohio.
Oh.
And so I just got back from that about a month ago. That was pretty wild. That wasn't as big as the butthole contest. It was about 300 people, but it was still pretty. And those were all pros. There was no amateurs in that.
Okay.
Yeah, they came to win. That was $1,000 prize. And so, yeah, these like people came from like St. Louis all the way to Toledo. It was a big deal.
Bunch of pretty ones.
Yeah, it was all right. It was pretty cool. It was a total vibe. I didn't see anything that was nasty. Though there was a fight, though.
Why?
Because this lady was like, I should have won. She got all ghetto. And she's like, I'll beat everybody's fucking ass. My shit fire. And it's like, no, your shit ain't fire. You didn't win. This bitch's pussy looked like roast beef with a...
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was like a fist with roast beef draped over it. It was just...
And she thought she won.
Yeah.
Did she even get top 5 or?
No. And she shouldn't have. Like, and it wasn't... It was clean. It was just not pretty.
Well, that's okay. So why aren't there different, categories? Like the lippiest or something. Like that sounds.
So there was actually there was a lady that backed out of the competition that lost a vagina lip in a combine accident.
Whoa.
Dead serious. So the manager of the strip club, I won't say the name of the strip club just to protect her identity. But she lost a vagina lip to
just one,
and she's one lip, and she's a former dancer, and she's like, I'm gonna win this bitch. Like she's real cocky. She's an older lady. She's in her 60s, and I made all this content that the one lip lady was gonna be there. She backed out last second.
Oh man,
she was like, I'm management. And I'm like, bitch, you got people that bought tickets to see this one vagina lip. You're an entertainer first. Get on the fucking stage. Yeah, I was mad because I was like, we have people coming for that.
Dude,
and then she was like, I'm management. It's like, you ain't too bougie, bitch, to show your pussy lip.
Well, she didn't want to, huh?
She didn't want to, and she backed out at the but there was a lot of people there to see that. That was like the main attraction.
Guess you gotta respect that.
Uncle Laser came. He had a show down the road. He walked in, so that kind of made up for it a little bit. Yeah. Uncle Laser comes walking in. He's like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
He was upset that she didn't. Okay.
He wasn't there for that, but he just walked in. He was like, "This is pretty wild. This money dropping."
For him to say that, yeah, he's seen some shit.
Yeah.
Wow, man. No, I get it,
Well, the clientele at those things are like Laser's clientele. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he knows them.
You got to figure 600 people came to the prettiest butthole in Michigan competition, but only 40 teeth showed up. Okay, that's the clientele. That's the clientele you got at those competitions. It ain't the best of society showing up to that shit, man. Amazing. I had to have security on me.
Why?
Because people get weird. There's some weirdos come to that thing. A lot of people want to touch me, put their hands on me.
Put their buttholes on you?
No, but there was a lot of people want to show me their butthole in the parking lot. And I'm like, got to save it inside.
Yeah, you're like closing.
Save it for the contest.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a dude that backed out during the competition. He popped his cheek open, showed the crowd, then walked right off stage and just kept on walking, walked right out the building. I don't know if he found Jesus or...
Yeah, it's the same thing, It's just like, same thing with one lip. You just decide when you're, it's what, one day...
You got to figure Deja Vu is an alcohol-free strip club. So to do something like that, you got to have some liquid courage, and there was no liquid courage to be had there. So these people were about the art.
I mean, I don't want to see my own butthole. This is crazy. Wow.
Man, I'm sponsored by a at-home butthole whitening cream.
You use it?
No, never. I don't need to. I don't have those problems. I take care of myself. Your butthole should be pink. It should be the color it was the day you were born, not brown.
Vegan now or something?
No, I just take care of my shit. I freaking wipe, eat enough fiber.
Okay.
I know what mine looks like.
What's your diet like?
Well, I eat healthy, like very, very... I spend a lot of money on food, man. I eat all organic produce. I get like beef from a farm here.
No shit.
Yeah, that's how I lost 100 pounds. I don't eat like a comedian.
You talk to a farmer. Fucking A. You get fresh cuts of...
I'm in fresh cuts of beef. I'm like, I ain't fucking around, man. I didn't lose 100 pounds, I wasn't, I'm not getting fat again.
You making steaks and shit?
Nah, not to me steaks, but yeah, I eat low carb.
That's good, dude. That's fucking awesome.
I don't eat like a comedian.
I eat bad. I eat like a comedian. Look at me. Wow. Okay, so you just go all day. What's going on in the future?
The future, we moved here. I haven't been here very long. I've only been here since December.
Oh.
We got here in December, and it was like a whim. I moved here on a whim. My dog died. I had a service dog.
Sorry.
And it sucks. It was horrible. And my dog died, and I'm like, I just can't live in this fucking apartment anymore. I couldn't do it. And so we were living in like a 500 square foot apartment. We had no room to make content. You know, we made all those videos in a little tiny area. And so I was like, you know what? Let's get a new dog. And I got a French bulldog.
No.
I got a Frenchie. And let's make a move. And so we just drove down here, found a house, and like moved here. We just made a decision in like a week. And we said, fuck it. We're going to come down here, see what happens in the comedy scene. I enjoyed being in Chicago. I love the Chicago comedy scene. Wasn't that I didn't like it or anything. And we just came down here and just kind of, now we're here.
You liking it?
I do. I love it here. I love the comedy scene here, everything. I'd like to do more shows, but that's on me. I don't submit or ask to be on anything. So, you know, I think people like don't get booked on shit because they don't ask to be booked on shit.
Yeah, I don't. I just like to do my own stuff and.
You do your own shows then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I spend all my time like producing and hosting.
And I have my own show. I have my own show, Filth Factor, and that's May 17th at Incognito. It's a venue on the other side of 35 on 5th Street. It used to be called the Shush Room. And I did an open mic at the Industry Room. And the manager there saw me, and then she bought a bar and got a hold of me like a month ago and was like, yo, you want to do your own show? And she's like, I want it offensive. I want it so offensive people are leaving bad reviews. I'm like, are you serious?
Shit.
I'm like, all right, I got you. And so yeah, I got my first show May 17th. I'm hosting it.
That's
and
awesome,
I'm pretty
dude.
excited.
Congrats.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And then I'm working with a content company, a production company, to work with some of the content for that too. And so
you're booking some dark ass dirty people.
I am. I did this one. I just kind of, I didn't. Yeah, I've got the headliner's pretty dark. Everyone else is kind of, it's not too rough. And then the next one, we're going full on out.
All right.
Yeah, I ain't playing around next time.
You shouldn't be.
No.
All right, cool, man. I'd actually go to that. That sounds fucking fun.
Yeah, it's a small venue. It's like I don't know if you ever been there. It's like really, really tiny. It's maybe seats 70 people, low ceilings. The green room's sick. And that's going to be the home of Filth Factor for a while. It's kind of off the beaten path a little bit. There's parking.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Trying to get a music
Factor.
act.
That's a good name.
Trying to get some porn stars out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know a few.
I knew a couple, yeah, from the Butthole contest. So I'm trying to get some porn stars out. I'm trying to make it this like dark, dirty, just raunchy vibe.
Sounds fun.
Like I'd like somebody to get their first lap dance at my comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be really, really cool.
Easily done. Yeah. They do stuff like that. They do stuff like that already, man.
Like they got that strip club show at Sunset, and it's pretty cool. But I want a strip club show. Like I want a bitch with knife marks giving lap dances. Like I want a rough stripper. They got pretty strippers, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't want that. I want one with a big old C-section scar. Be rubbing that someone's face.
You like that?
I do. I don't like.
But you don't like Jessica Alba's crooked toes?
No, Jessica Simpson.
Simpson.
I don't like nasty feet. I do not like nasty feet. You should be able to handle your shit. I like painted toes.
Painted.
If them tips ain't French, bitch, I ain't sucking on your toes. I mean, that's just.
Are we finding toes right now?
Look at this. See, look at that shit right there.
I'm about to put on my glasses. All right. Fuck. How bad could they be? Nah, it's nothing. They're painted. They're painted.
And her toes don't. Look at.
They're painted. Those are just long.
Her toes hanging over her shoes too. Like
we've all been there.
Listen, someone call animal control on Jessica Simpson's feet.
It's
Woof.
just not your taste.
No,
she deserves her own
Ain't
medal.
nobody's fucking taste.
I like that.
Nobody's taste.
I've seen toes like that before.
I mean, and I rate my celebrities right. So it's like I like Gypsy Rose's feet.
Oh,
yeah.
Killer, huh? Why? Because she's a killer?
Listen, Gypsy toes.
Okay, now we're finding Gypsy toes.
There's not a lot. There's not a lot out there, but she's got her own Wiki Feet, got a Wiki Feet score, everything.
Is she selling toes?
No, but she's going through a divorce right now.
Yeah.
So she's going through a divorce and she's going to need to fund money. She's going to have to pay that guy alimony. She's a millionaire now.
Right.
Gypsy Rose is a millionaire. She's a business owner. She's going to have to pay that guy money. So I'm hoping that she starts selling her shit to fund her legal fees. I also, and I don't, this won't get you kicked off, but I tell you what, I want to see the feeding tube scar.
Holy shit.
I want to see Gypsy Rose feeding tube scar because I was like, I want to lick it.
You want to lick it? I can't judge you.
Because you know how much money she would make showing that. It's everybody wants to see.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
I do not. I can tell you I could live without seeing that, man.
Yeah. You say that now. You haven't seen it.
I don't wanna. I don't wanna. And I've seen bad things. I've seen you know all the stuff, like the guy who squats on the jar and it breaks inside of him. You seen that?
One guy, one jar is the name of the video.
Yeah, that's bad, dude.
No.
I don't wish that on anybody.
I'm gonna tell you what's worse than that is the Church of Fudge. Don't watch it.
Okay.
Don't watch the Church of Fudge then.
These are that's a new one.
I tell you what, it's in German. Let's just say that. There's not in English.
Fucking
Didn't expect this, did you?
No, I did.
Oh, did you?
Yes,
I was like, why you're here?
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, are you kidding me? No, I know what I was getting into. This is fun.
It is.
This is a lot of fun.
It is.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. No, this is what I was hoping for. I mean, I got to warn people. That's all. I just got to warn people.
Yeah. It's like I've talked about this stuff before and a long time ago, and it didn't get kicked off anything.
No. Yeah, no, you're fine. I'm not worried about that. It's not worried about kicked off. It's just like exposing people to like just concepts that they just never would have imagined. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Oh, I know what I am, too. So, like, I don't, like, I get on, I'm not meant for every comedy show. Like, someone tried to book me the other day, and they're like, hey, man, we got this veteran thing. And I'm like, I ain't that veteran. You need to find someone a little more veteran friendly. Like, I do stuff in certain audiences, and they cringe.
That's awesome, man. No, I do stuff like that, too. I talk about my foreskin, and, I've got all types of things like that. No, I can appreciate it, and I view you like anyone else. Like, that's why I loved hearing about it. I want to go deeper for sure. Let's see here, man.
You want to go deeper for sure, but you won't take a finger in the butt.
Not like that, bro, and don't look me in the eyes.
I'm just saying, you should let one knuckle slip in.
Jason, you're a nice guy. No, I'm closed-minded. Call me old-fashioned. I don't know.
You're going to end up going to the Asian massage parlor after this, though. You're going to go get a saji.
No. But, like, all that stuff, it is fascinating. Like, OnlyFans. Are you into OnlyFans at all? Do you have
I love OnlyFans.
Okay.
I love that because, like, you
have a collage, I bet.
Okay. My criteria. This is my criteria for OnlyFans. $3.99, not a penny more. I want your paywall to be low. Because I
imagine you managing some.
No, I'm just an admirer. And like, I get a lot of girls that follow me on the internet that have OnlyFans, and I look at it. And if it's $3.99 a month, I subscribe because I find just because the paywall is low does not mean the content is low quality. You got bitches doing butt stuff for $3.99 a month on OnlyFans.
Right.
You do.
Mm.
And then
you find them through X, Twitter.
Just like Twitter. Yeah, there's But like, yeah, man. And the only thing that like the trade-off is that when you cheap OnlyFans, man, those houses are nasty.
They're houses.
Yeah, oh yeah. You'll see some chick like having sex next to like a dirty diaper, like it's like if you got a freaking cheap OnlyFans, bitch, clean your house. Like, just clean your house. I want to see you kids' toys on the floor, or your Arby's wrappers and bullshit, clean your house.
Yeah, have some professionalism.
Yeah. Just take some pride.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, that's just.
I can understand that.
But that's what you get that's what you get in the low paywalls. You just got to deal with that. You just got to deal with the dirty
Why
house.
would you pay for anything at all? I just don't understand it.
I like it. I love
that's
OnlyFans.
Part of it, though, is paying for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then there's another one. I'm on Unfiltered. And not a lot of people know about Unfiltered.
Wow.
Unfiltered is another one. And
Did you tour for this or something?
What?
Do you have to go on the dark web for it?
No. And it's like, yeah, I follow. It's funny. I like the amateur stuff. I don't like the professional stuff.
Yeah, I like that too. Voyeur stuff. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, because like, my first sexual experiences were like, I'd go to a movie or something like that and get blown, or like, we'd be in a car or something like that, like a drive-in theater, like Starbucks bathroom, airports, fun places. But that's part of it.
Wait,
Yeah?
so you've had sex in an airport bathroom?
I don't think you can legally say it.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah.
Wow. I don't know if you can legally say it.
We could have been terrorists in there. No, but it was cool. Yeah. DFW, man, you're tripping, you're slacking. What else, man? Fucking A. I really appreciate it, Jason. This has been cool.
No, you're cool, man. This is very cool.
What else should we talk about?
I don't know. We think here. Talked about the butthole contest.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the pussy contest.
Mm-hmm. Anything you want to promote or shout out before we go?
Yeah. My comedy show, Filth Factor, May 17th here in Austin, Texas, 908 5th Street, Incognito, formerly the Shush Room. I think it still shows up as Shush Room on all the internet stuff. So like that's how new the venue is. The prettiest butthole in Michigan competition is June 1st at Deja Vu Showgirls in Lansing. We're not looking for loose buttholes this year. If you got a loose butthole, stay home. All right.
Is that like disqualified?
It is. If that stink wrinkle ain't wrinkling, bitch, we don't want to see it.
Is it like a certain, like, is there a measurement? You just on
No,
site.
we measure gape. And
is
so
it like inches?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so during the prelims, if your gape's too big, we ain't letting you on the fucking stage. We're not playing around this year.
I mean, you guys auditioned how many fucking gapes then?
Oh yeah, we did like 23. We did, and we turned down people last year, and so this year we ain't fucking around. Like you're coming to the prettiest, but it's called the prettiest butthole, not the biggest. All right, and so that's just what it is. We're gonna be tighter this year.
Tighter, and the tattoos and stuff and glitter helps.
We don't know. We don't know what, I mean, it could. We were looking for an all natural this year. We're not looking for any, you could show up and be bleached, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a butthole with a backstory.
Lived in.
Yes, we're looking for the butthole next door. A butthole that's been through some shit.
Right. That's the vibe this year.
That's the vibe this year. We want a butthole with a backstory. Someone that's reached anal achievement through adversity. That's what we're looking for.
Butthole bones. Yeah, for sure.
And there's a lot of people that want to compete this year. There's a lot.
Wow.
You know what's surprising? In the comments, a lot of dudes are like, yo, my wife gonna win this shit. I don't think I'd let my wife show her butthole.
Wow.
I think if she wanted to do that, back some things are just kept secret.
That's beautiful.
I don't think she would show her butthole.
That's good. I mean, that's why y'all fit together.
When she judged that shit, though, she got up there with her cell phone, like, counting butthole wrinkles. She told me I had 9 spokes.
You did?
I have 9 butthole spokes.
That's what they're called?
Like a spoke. Okay, look at a tire and all the spokes. Those are like your butthole wrinkles or your spokes. I've got 9 of them.
And what's a good one?
I don't know what the average number is, but there was a guy with 14. Oh my God, damn.
That's a wrinkly.
It's wrinkle is wrinkled.
It's a crow's feet butthole. Yeah. Wow.
It's like, how does anything come out of that motherfucker?
I see. And what else are they graded on? Spokes and what else?
Creativity, spoke count, personality. I want to say best overall butthole. There was a bunch of different criteria. They had color charts too. And they had color. If you go to my social media, the promo video is social media friendly, and it shows like the color chart and everything.
I'd love to see the butthole color chart before we go.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And so it goes from darkest to lightest. And
darkest to lightest, and it took the judges like an hour to deliberate, and I had to do comedy to keep them going. And I had like 30 minutes of comedy. I've never done that much stand-up.
That's the longest you've done?
Scroll up. Right. Okay. It says the wildest night in Michigan.
That's the butthole. Look at all these people. Club Deja Vu. Oh, awesome.
That's my wife right there that did the
Oh.
color chart.
Oh, I see. Oh, everyone's kind of judging.
The people in the front are. So like those people, that's Mike Busey. That's the kid with cerebral palsy.
Oh.
That chick's a pro. She should have actually, honestly, she should have won. She had the best one. And then the people in the front, one of those ladies is an adult film star, and the other one sold her jars of farts on the internet.
Oh man, we didn't even get around to that.
Yeah. And
Jars of farts.
She sold her jars of farts on the internet, and she was on 90 Day Fiance, and she took all that money, and now she's a millionaire. She invested it in a streaming service. She owns Unfiltered. I just talking about that Unfiltered. Fart jar lady owns that.
I want to sell farts, man. That's so
She's hot as
cool.
fuck too. Yeah, I mean, like you would be like, I would.
Okay, so she makes a video of her farting into a jar, and it gets to the people, and they pop it open, and it still smells like a fart for sure.
I don't know. I got a
She didn't give
lot
you
of
a jar?
questions. I got a lot of questions.
Would you buy a jar?
I would buy.
How much are they?
I don't know if that buying a jar of another woman's fart is cheating on my wife.
You got to get her to do it.
I don't know. It's like
I don't know. That's like a birthday thing. That's between y'all.
There's a woman from the internet right now that wants to mail me frozen breast milk to watch me drink it on the internet.
That's cheating.
Right? I'm drinking another bitch's breast milk. I'm pretty sure that's cheating.
Unless she drinks some too. Maybe if she drinks some too. No, she doesn't want it.
does that mean we're swingers and we like toasting to some other bitch's breast milk? Cheers.
It's so nutritious. It's good for you. I mean, yeah, my son was breastfed. He's a very healthy boy. And, you know, I mean, his mom would like, if he ever got a cut, you know, you put it on a cut, it would heal overnight. It's like, it's really good stuff. But
never had. I don't have any kids.
yeah, congrats. I mean, you know.
Can't stand them.
All righty, man. This has been fun.
Yeah,
Thanks
it
again,
is.
fucking Jason.
Hell yeah.
Guys, go check him out. Go check out his stuff. This has been fun.
All right, man. Thank you.
Fucking A.
Fuck yeah.
This has been the Hight Today Show. We're out of here.